the commercial.
Degraded and humiliated and broke my spirit. That is literally my pickup line.
Like, I don't even have to give a
Oh yeah, y'all might flip. That's Tito's.
The lover boy, Ricky, the lover boy.
yeah. Did you hear what he said? I don't even have to give 100% dick. That's so rough.
Oh, that's great. I like Isaac the Instigator too. That's good.
That's 100%.
It's literally my only job on the show.
It's really weird hearing your own voice.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people don't like
Yeah,
that.
it's weird.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is episode 61. This is the Las Vegas County episode. We're still in Las Vegas County, right?
L.A. County.
LA County.
What did I say? Oh, shit,
Las
yeah. I
Vegas.
get my losses backwards. You know, all those Spanish counties, they're all the same, you know. It's terrible. No, yeah, this is the LA County edition. We're here with
Steve.
Steve-O on Instagram, right?
Steve-O. Yeah, it's my
Yeah.
road name.
Oh, is that the road name?
It's my road name for my club, yes.
Have anything to do with all the crazy stories we may be privy to today? Or
Possibly.
Possibly. Okay, cool. Steve, how did you come accustomed to the show? How do you know the show?
Well, because my son Ricky is
You're
part of
Ricky's.
it.
You're
Yes.
Ricky's dad.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
gotcha. Totally
Yes.
cool. That's a good one. Yeah, we've been many comments for many months trying to get Ricky's mom on the show, and we got the dad, so that works out. You know, pretty
she
cool.
won't do it?
She wants to do
No,
it.
she wants to do it.
Ricky doesn't.
No, that's not true.
Ricky doesn't want
Nah,
to.
that's not.
He doesn't, man.
Nah, it's just Isaac's comments that are out of pocket.
Here's the exact story for everyone here. Let me set it straight. The last 4th of July party, she was talking to him about the show, and she's like, "Oh, it's so great. Ricky's doing it. It's so great. He has so much fun." I was like, "Oh, that's awesome." Before we start this, let's start the show like we always do, where shots are like handshakes.
It's water.
Cheers.
No, it's Tito's.
Oh, it's Tito's. Perfect. Thank you. I was like,
Cheers.
why'd you give me water?
It's your pussy.
You are what you eat. So yeah, she was talking about. She was like, "Oh, well, you know, I used to bartend." I was like, "You should totally be on the show." She goes, "I would love that." I was like, "Oh, yeah, you know, I mean, that'd be cool." She's like, "Yeah, we could do it. We could do it here with the pool. We could be in the pool." I was like, "So you gonna be wearing that bikini, though?" And she's like, "Yes." And I was like, "Oh, she's okay, yeah, whatever, cool. I'm not gonna be against a woman who wants to wear a bikini on the show if it's gonna help the ratings." Whether or not that is the best bikini in the world for, you know, whatever, I'm not one to judge. But those comments in it of itself, Ricky feels, are very disrespectful. So we've side project this a lot. Am I correct, Ricky, or am I telling it wrong?
Nah, like at first I was hyping it up, and
Yeah.
you were like, "Oh, you know, we'll see." And then you started making some
I don't
crazy out of pocket comments. I'm like, "All right, this shit's
Your mom
getting
is
a
a
little
beautiful
fucking
lady,
no bueno."
and she wants to show off her body that she's worked very hard for and that she's maintaining very well.
So she wants to do it in the bikini, or
It was her
Nah,
idea.
No,
it was
she didn't
her
say
idea.
like explicitly, "I'm gonna be in a bikini. This is
Okay,
how we're gonna
okay.
fucking do
She
it."
was like, "I would love to do it in the bikini,
Nah.
here in the pool." And I was like, "Well, at his body, he's pool ready 24/7, 365 days.
That's
I'm the pudgy body who's like,
Yeah, me too.
I'm the more. That's the only reason I was like, oh, let's not do it right now. Like, give me a year so I can lose, 5 pounds, and I've only put on 6. So we're working on it, you know. But if it's being pushed off, it's because I'm still too fat to be in Ricky's mom's pool. Pool that is not an innuendo.
Wait,
that
I
is
know
pool.
that sounded really.
Yeah, that's what I was making sure. I was
Yeah, you're trying
clarifying.
to get up in her pool.
No,
I get it.
No, I wouldn't do that. No, not at all.
I can see how this might be awkward for you.
See, I get
I mean,
that.
I can see it.
So we try not to push it. So, you know, we go for moms, but we wind up on dads. You know,
There
we
we
shot
go.
for the moons, and we landed on the stars.
You got second choice.
It's
here.
only gay if you come.
Yes, exactly. That was his Bargoyles tip of the week, tip of the day.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Never gets
awful.
old.
It never does. No. Nope. Was not going to make an old joke there. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna make a joke about like like working like little kid in the church or something. That never gets old.
Oh, geez, no, not at all. I was just still stuck on the bomb and old, and I was like, okay, but I don't like making jokes about old women. I love old women. Do you know why men like MILFs so much?
Why is that?
It's because just like when we were children, when you're done playing with a toy, you want to play with the box it came in. Boxes.
But don't.
Yeah, it's awful.
That was a dad joke if I've ever heard one.
No, that was a mom joke. No, so let's. This is the Bargoyles. Obviously, we are here in Los Angeles. We're just doing an episode. So let's talk about a little bit about your foyer. Have you ever worked in, like the restaurant industry, or have you just worked at other like service industry jobs?
Never the restaurant industry, but
Okay.
I did have a couple. I would call them service industries.
You dabbled a bit.
I dabbled a bit.
Okay.
I drove strippers for a while, for a couple years.
Now, some could argue that is a service. So, you are providing a very good service.
We did provide a service.
Okay. All right. Mhm.
Definitely did.
Ricky, did you know about these things?
No, but I'm intrigued to find out.
Yeah, I think he kind of mentioned this a little bit on the car right here, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Well, this is pod story stuff." So, you want me to tell you mine, or you go with yours first? What
You
do
can
wanna
go
do?
first. You can go
Okay,
first.
so I had a little venture into this business venture purely on accident because I'm so naive. I was being taken advantage of by my boy. Learn this button right here. What's this? So my boy you can't hear the beep.
Oh, no, I can't.
Yeah,
You ever
you
want
can't
to
hear the
bleep someone's name?
Yes,
Okay.
if you want to bleep, yeah.
Okay.
So my boy, who's actually in LA. Oh, I should have hit him up. He just always had his fingers in a lot of different pots. Metaphorically, business venture wise, was just doing that, and did not have a car. And back then, I was driving a '96 Mitsubishi Eclipse, fucking chromed out, 22-inch rims. I should not have been in this car, but like I looked Tokyo Drift. That's what it was. It was a manual. I was having a great time. It's like, hey, I have some girls that like need rides. I was like, I can do that. And he's like, what am I doing? He goes, you're just picking them up, taking them somewhere, and then like maybe an hour or two later, they may need a ride back. I was like, oh, I can do that. He's like, yeah, I'll just give you a couple hundred a day. I was like, oh, what? 18? A couple hundred a day, literally just driving some hot girls around. Totally cool. Literally before Virginia, I grew up in Japan where there was like virtually no crime. So I'm so fucking innocent. I had no idea, and it wasn't after like 2 weeks later. I was just like, hey, ma'am. And I just kind of made the connection. I was like, okay, hey, I'm kind of out. Sorry, do you have to jump me out of the business? I didn't know what to do, so I was kind of terrified. But that is my little venture in there. Do you have one?
Well, mine actually happened by accident. So I lived in Huntington.
We're not talking about
Beach.
Ricky here.
No.
I was an accident.
He actually 100% was.
Okay,
but
yeah.
I'm grateful for the accident, but yes, he was an accident for sure. But
Okay, Bob Ross with your happy accidents. All right.
it was a very happy accident. But
There you go, yeah.
I lived in Huntington Beach, and I knew these girls, and I knew that they danced and stuff. And one night they had some shows, and their driver no-showed. Oh. So she calls her boss and goes, "Oh, I got a friend that'll drive for me." And I said, okay, so I'll drive. I filled out the paperwork. Like, I think we emailed it over or something like that. And so,
They had email back then?
bro, it wasn't that long ago.
It's AOL Instant Message, man. You got mail.
Yeah, you've got mail. So that was that was how I got started in that in that business. But
you knew up front what you were getting into.
I did.
Okay.
Kind of. I didn't realize what
How
was
dangerous it
involved.
was?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
very
yeah.
dangerous. Yes, I had guns pulled on me a couple times. So
But you pulled guns back too.
no, never,
God, Jesus.
never pulled the guns.
There you go.
Never
Oh,
pulled
well,
guns.
you just came in with those?
Exactly.
Yeah, I get that. I respect that. That's terrifying. That's terrifying as hell. Now, did it come when a situation gets violent like that? Is it because the guys don't want to pay, or the women's product was just lackluster?
No,
Not that
it's-
you knew or tested it or dabbled with it, because we
No,
don't.
no, I never did that, ever.
I don't want to get a man in trouble when his lady's off camera staring daggers.
I would never.
Because she's not doing that. I'm just saying.
All right,
Yeah.
so you say you didn't know what you were getting into exactly.
Well, I did not realize how dangerous it was actually until you actually did it. But when you go to a house and you go into somebody else's house and there's 20 to 30 guys, I don't care how tough you think you are.
Oh, yeah.
But when you're there to provide,
Numbers are numbers.
Numbers are numbers,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and eventually you're gonna get your ass kicked if that's what they want to do. So when the guy that taught me taught me to be an ambassador. Like, you go make friends. Everybody's
Like, what was the trick of the trade? Like, what was it?
Well, what you would do is, what you taught me is, you would pick the biggest guy there,
Okay.
and you make him your friend.
Knock him the fuck out. Oh, see,
No, no,
that's
no,
why I
no,
didn't
no.
last. That's why I wouldn't last. That's why I wouldn't have last. Okay. All right.
Now you make him your friend, so he gets to feed the kitty for free and like around the worlds and all that
disgusting.
stuff. Oh, I know it is, but
The kitty for free.
you know what that is?
Do you want to elaborate for our guest?
Yeah, for those who don't know, because I totally get it. But for those
He
who don't
probably
know,
knows. He had a
Yeah.
short career in the business, but
Oh, don't talk about my career like that. Come on, man. Yeah.
so feed the kitty is a guy takes a piece of licorice and puts it in his mouth, and the girl squats over his mouth and picks the licorice up with her,
Okay.
Okay.
I've seen a lady make
Feed the
change
kitty.
in Canada.
Yeah.
Same thing.
So yeah, and the around the world is where you just do the whipped cream around the nipple, and the guy gets to lick it off.
Okay.
Daft Punk, you've inspired millions. Shout out Daft Punk. Shout out Daft Punk.
But yes, it was always interesting though. I always had a bag in the back of the truck of my car. I had like 300 $1 bills, like 10 cans of
you-
Ready Whip.
Were you charging like 120 for a change for 100? Like, were you like upcharging? You know?
No.
Okay.
No upcharging. No upcharging.
Good for you, man. Good for
Yeah.
you.
Well, we got 30% as a driver. You got 30% of the girls cut.
Wild.
Pretty nice.
That's wild. Yeah.
So I drove 2 girls. So it was, they called themselves the Swedish Dream Team.
Wow.
And they were both
Okay.
Swedish too, so it worked.
They sound like the bad guys from Mighty Ducks 2. Yeah, the Icelandic boys and the Swedish Dream Team.
Swedish Dream Team,
Oh,
yes.
no, that's bad.
But they made a lot of money, I'll tell you. So
Were they a fan of
Ipso
the?
facto, they made you a lot of money.
they made me a lot of money, yes. So, you know, it's not consistent, but when it's good, it was good. So
You can make a lot of money serving Swedish meatballs. IKEA built an entire career on
I love
that.
Swedish meatballs.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. That's not too bad. Okay, dang. And so, what happened? Why did you venture, away from that? Just getting dangerous, or the Swedish girls had to retire and hang up their pussies or something?
No, I actually was dating a girl who was uncomfortable with me. She called me a hooker wrangler is what she referred to me as. So
All right,
it's not really conducive to a healthy relationship when you're driving strippers every Friday and Saturday till 3 a.m. So
You
at
can
some
never
point I
have
had
date
to make a
night.
choice,
Date night or drive strippers around and make
Right.
money.
Did she find out about this in a nefarious way? Or you were an honest guy. You probably told her up front, right?
No, I didn't tell her up front.
Oh,
So,
okay. Gotcha,
so
okay.
we took a trip, I think, to Santa Barbara or somewhere, and I went to load her bag in the back of my car, and she was
Load her bag.
standing right next to me. And I opened the trunk, and the stripper bag is there, and it's like this like a gym bag, but there's like 10 cans of whipped cream in it, and there's like rolls of $1 bills falling out of it because I didn't zip it up. And the girl's like, is there something you want to tell me here?
I don't deal drugs. Look at me in the eyes. I do not deal drugs.
No, I
for
think-
the camera and the lawyers, you can say that one more time.
I think that's what I don't deal drugs, but I think that's what she thought. It does seem kind of nefarious when I had all these.
I mean, the
things.
whipped cream might have been the only thing.
And
that,
there was a
like,
bunch
threw
of
the fuck
and there was
off.
and there was a bunch of red vines in there too. A bunch of red vines.
Oh, for feed the
kid. Yeah. She's like, "Why do you have 10 cans of Ready Whip and a bunch of red vines in your truck?" And I was like,
He's the John Wayne Gacy of drug dealers. He's like a clown, but he's also murdering.
"Like, we need to have a talk."
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
How-
go up
how'd
to
she
like the
take it?
biggest guy and be like, "Here's a pack just for you."
Well,
right.
pretty much, yes. But yes, if you pick the biggest guy, you let them police their own friends. So it makes my job easy.
That's smart. Yeah.
So, yeah, because I'm not that big,
The biggest man in the room is the one with the gun. So, yeah. Not that we have got any guns. We never. That never even came up.
We're after 5 minutes, so it's
Oh, we're after the first 5? Thank goodness. YouTube only watches the first 5 minutes, same as everyone else at home, and then, and then they're like, "Hey, they're not cursing that much. We don't have to censor them, so we'll be good."
Oh, nice.
Any other ventures into some service industry based kind of things?
Not really service industry based.
But, I mean, does your your little Boy Scout group? Do you guys have you don't ever bartend with them or something? What do you guys do?
I don't have Boy Scouts.
Okay, we don't have to talk. Well, no,
I can
This is
talk.
not something I
just-
clarified
I
beforehand.
just can't name names. I'm in a motorcycle club, and we have fun. So
You said club, not gang.
it's a club.
Okay,
It's a club.
I've heard it's very contentious when people use the G word.
Yes, it's a club.
Okay,
It's a club.
gotcha.
It's a club.
Gotcha.
Yes.
G usually short. You don't want to use the whole word there. It's just like the G spot. There's I don't even. What is G short for? Do we know?
Does it even exist?
G is short for I think gangster, like original gangster.
The gangster spot,
Yeah,
the original
spot,
gangster.
yeah.
If you can find the gangster
If you
spot,
can find the gangster spot.
okay, gotcha. Then you're one of the OGs.
I'm an OG for sure.
I heard they named it the G spot because
G spot, yeah.
it's such because finding that's like finding Jesus, and if you can find that, you find God. G. But I don't know. Okay, it's really cool. But so you guys would have some little fun kickbacks, and you guys had. How do you find someone to bartend there?
Oh, they hire people.
Oh, they hire people? Okay.
Specifically for the events. Yeah, they have
You guys have a catering company or event company you guys use?
I think they just hire strippers to bartend and,
They make
and
great
entertain.
bartenders, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
so they
yeah.
just double dip.
Yeah.
They get tips and then they get tips.
So normally you drink shots straight, but with one of those bartenders, you want to get shots that are shaken.
It's pretty. It's pretty simple. It's mostly just beers and
Okay.
there's some mixed drinks. Mostly just beers and shots.
Beers and
Just a
perversion?
lot of perversion.
Okay, I get that.
Yes.
Well, they can handle it without having to go to talk
Correct.
to HR. Okay.
Yes, correct.
Nice, that's not too bad at all. Okay, cool. I mean, not too much service-based industry.
No.
We have been trying to venture away from just having servers on because not all of them are fun. The problem with this industry is we all have God complexes, and because we control the food and we control the alcohol, we're fucking own up to me. So everyone comes in with this idea that like they know everything and are super funny, and it's not. Every story, like 90% of the stories we've had on the show are the like had to be their stories. I'm like,
Yeah.
You were the only one there, and it's still not funny. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're supposed to be a comedy show, but fuck it, we'll
Well, I
figure it
feel
out.
like everybody has bar stories, though.
That's-
I mean, most everybody does.
That's the crux of the show. Like, everybody's got bar stories, so like we want to have more people on who aren't just working in the industry, and let's hear some fun, crazy, cool bar stories. So okay, cool. You want to go into the next segment here, or you got some?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, cool. So we are going to be trying a cocktail, correct?
Yeah.
I think so.
Ooh, this is
I
the
think my lovely wife
Manhattan.
is going to make us some Manhattans, possibly.
this is the off-camera Vanna White, correct?
Yes, the off-camera.
The off-camera Vanna White.
The off-camera Vanna White.
Chose specifically. We're making sure no names are mentioned.
Right.
Beep. There you go. And the cocktails being made. This is the a blood orange Manhattan, correct?
I believe that's what
she said.
With a house made bitters.
Yes,
Yeah.
and
Not her house recipe.
No,
but, yeah.
they were given to us by a good friend, and
totally
the
cool.
house made dried out. What do you call it? Freeze-
Dehydrated. Yeah, dehydrated blood oranges.
Tangerines. Yes.
Okay, totally cool. So while that's being prepped, what did we decide this segment's called, Ricky? Is it the goat moves or the commercial? Yeah.
Yeah, so
Is goat moves or Bargoyles plays of the week? I don't know.
Yeah,
Like, what do you-
Bargoyle play of the week.
Bargoyle play of the
Have
week.
you ever
Yeah.
use something to basically get free drinks or get women, like a big play
Oh,
that
nice.
you've done? So we're gonna play this clip really quick. It's a Heineken commercial.
Not a Heineken commercial. It's a Vegas commercial. Pop
Vegas,
You gotta-
yeah. Vegas
switch,
commercial.
Let me switch. Here's your headphone, so you can actually hear what's going on in this commercial.
Okay.
This is the Visit Las Vegas.
Champion! 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 Champion!
A bunch of guys just running around with trophies, doing Vegas. I mean, they look like soccer players.
I've never seen this before. But this is great. Actually, I'm still very sad.
No way.
It's kind of funny.
That's almost a good segue. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
What happens here stays here. Las Vegas.
great.
Oh, man. All right, let me pop that headphone out of you so you don't feel so uncomfortable hearing your
Yeah,
own
it's
voice.
weird hearing your own voice, but
It is a little weird, right? Yeah.
yeah, I guess you do. You guys do.
What if you could do SEO smarter?
Yeah. Okay. There we go. So that just we think this is a new segment we're going to run. It's obviously not going to be every week, but if you have seen other great plays at a bar that you have a video of, or you just want to submit the story, you can hit us up at bargoylesthepodcast@gmail.com. Send us some of your best quote unquote plays. Now that trophy play, you said you had something similar to that.
We did actually.
Yeah.
I lived in Hollywood. This was years ago before I met my wife, and I had a friend of mine, which I won't name. And
See how he throws that in there because she's in the room.
Yes.
Smart. Wicked. This is why he's married and we're not. You know.
But we were in Hollywood partying, and one of his friends was from Australia, and
Yeah.
she ran this tournament for netball, which is apparently it's really big in Australia. It's like a no backboard basketball game.
Oh yeah, I've seen clips like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she was in LA for this tournament, and she had this enormous trophy in the front seat of her car. And my friend saw this trophy, and he's like, "Oh, we need this." So we went to the Frolic Room in Hollywood, and we come running in, me and him, with holding this trophy up. We won! And the entire bar starts clapping for us. Mind you, nobody knew what we won, but everybody in there bought us drinks, so we drank for free the entire time we were at the Frolic Room because they thought we were the netball champions of America, which...
So you guys, that's what you guys told everyone. You're
That's
like,
what
we
we
won
told everyone.
netball.
Yes, we
yeah.
won. We were the netball champions, yes.
Super smart. The whole reason, because who's going to fact check that? Not one. Probably one hater was there, just like, hold on, sir. Netball? You say netball because I know Alfredo Gomez, and he was the number 3 netball player of the East Coast. So
Well, the funny part was, if anybody had bothered to look at the trophy, it said National Women's Netball Champions.
you guys were coaches.
And this is the pre-trans movement.
Yes, this was the,
Yeah.
yes, this
Nowadays
was
you'd
the
be like,
pre-
we are women's champions.
Obviously.
Do not discount my story.
Yeah, the sad part was, though, is we bar hop with this trophy for, I don't know, 3 or 4 bars, and by the time we gave the trophy back. It was pretty mutilated. It was bent and loose and sloppy, and she still had the tournament that weekend that she had to give this trophy to
She had to
somebody.
present it to, yeah.
It was like
we
the
were,
Capitals
we were,
when
it's already
they
been
won the-
partied in.
we were
Someone's already
doing
partied
drinks
in
out of it
yeah.
too at the bar. Everybody wanted to take shots out of it.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love the energy on that one. That is amazing. Was she upset about when you gave it back to her all dented up?
Well, I think she was a little upset, but we had all been drinking for several hours, so I don't know.
Well, she
if
was dealing with Steve-O, so.
Yeah, she was.
she-
And
her
my
fault.
friend, who I won't name names, but he's much more of a handle than I am. So.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh, that's bad, man. That's really bad. I love it though. That is a great play
I feel
of the week.
I feel like I just need to buy a trophy and keep it in my car, and then when you go into a bar, just run in and act like you've won something.
yeah.
I feel like people will just buy you stuff.
It's now at a point where people can fact check you. So like you can't step on the wrong person's toes, like some nerd who's never won a trophy ever in his
Fucking
life.
internet, man, ruining
I know.
everything.
But
Oh, yeah.
netball, like who the fuck even knows what netball is?
Yeah, most people don't.
Most people don't even know. I didn't know till I had the trophy in my hand.
I found out on Tinder when we were in the UK, and this one girl was like, "I love netball," and I had to Google like, "What the fuck is netball?"
Are you serious?
Yeah, because I'm pretty big into sports. So like when she said netball, I'm like, that sounds sporty. Like, what the fuck is netball?
I think they slam dunk a lot in netball because there's no backboard.
Women can't dunk. Like, let's be honest.
Whoa. In the history of the WNBA, there have been 18 dunks. 9 of them are Brittany Griner, I believe.
Name me one.
These are just random
name
facts
me
I'm throwing
one
out.
WNBA player.
I just said Brittany Griner
Okay,
did 9
you can name
dunks.
one.
I don't know. Ella Deladona played for the Mystics. Come on, man. The Mystics were champions in 2020. Remember we were like
Yeah,
the
we had a good
champions
year.
3
Like
years in a
every
row?
year, with the Nats won, then the Capitals won, then the Mystics won.
Yeah, it was
And then the
amazing.
Skins still
It was
fucking
great.
suck.
It was one of the best times. I like stronger. Yeah, that
Oh,
works
is
out
this one
perfect.
for me right here?
You can have whoever you want. I just
Oh,
found
you should
last
give them the
year's
stronger
was
ones. So,
Oh,
oh, that one's pretty. You should put that one on camera. That's nice.
yeah, but what about the drink though?
I'm sure it's good.
There you go.
She's,
Cut. Okay, Ricky. Off camera, can you just ask her what's in the drinks first, real quick?
Can you say what's in them?
It is one part bullet bourbon.
Oh, is that the regular bourbon or is
Two
that
parts bullet bourbon.
two parts bullet?
One part sweet vermouth.
Oh, the Martini Rossi. Okay, gotcha. Sweet vermouth.
This is blood orange bitters.
Oh, good blood orange bitters. Can't go wrong with that.
And then I like a little sweet, so I have a little maraschino cherry in there.
Those are the OGs though. Those are the Luxardos, right? I like that. It's not even just the cherry. You just like did a dab just for the.
I did a little syrup. Steve's has a cherry in it.
I like that. I like the dab. I like the dab. I love that.
With a dehydrated blood orange.
Wow.
Okay, I can get down with that.
This is the classiest drink we've had on the show so far.
Oh, for sure.
It looks great.
Oh yeah.
Should we cheers?
Cheers. Yeah. Here
Is
we
this how
go.
this works? We cheers. All right.
Cheerios.
Ooh, that's good.
For a bitter drink, that's actually not bad.
It's pretty good, actually. I think it's
very good.
well, it's actually not that bitter, to be honest.
No, it's
I
not.
Thought, it started off a little bitter, but it finished smooth.
Do you appreciate seeing the work a bartender goes into making a drink for you?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you get to watch the dance at all of like having her find glasses? Because I was watching for the past 5
Yeah, I
minutes.
did
She was
watch that.
stressing. She was stressing, and I felt so bad that I could just shout out. I was like, "Hey, it does." I was like, "Hey, it doesn't make crushed ice is fine." And she was like, the cube doesn't fit. You had like mason jar glasses, and it was just I was like, "Oh, so that's so adorable. I love
It
that."
is something I learned from here, which you probably know about. Those specific cherries you don't have to refrigerate.
Yes,
Which
shelf stable.
most of them
The
you do
Luxardos,
with with the sugar you have to refrigerate after you open, and those you don't. Which I didn't know until she told me that.
Yeah, Luxardos and elixirs are like some of the best cherries they
Yeah.
have. If you work at one of those bars, which my bar's not, so don't come to my bar expecting
have
this
those
shit.
there?
And no, we're a fucking. We got the maraschinos that are.
The Shirley Temple.
Oh
cherries.
yeah, oh yeah, amazing.
So do you have any goat stories, Isaac?
Well, no, if I have a similar play that I did.
Okay.
I want to say either 20s. Can you look? It's hard to type. It's hard to type with the one hand. I had a wedding to go to in Buffalo a few years back with my boy. Shout out one of my best friends. I love this man to death. This man. I mean, him and I were like
What am I searching?
NHL draft Buffalo.
Oh, that's right. That's the story you told us earlier. That's
Yeah,
right. Oh,
well,
that's good.
the guests don't know that. This is supposed to seem really natural. Like
Well,
it
it
can't-
is natural.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
thank you.
natural.
Thank
It's
you.
100%
Yeah,
natural.
of course, of
It's
course.
100% natural.
So my play that I ran was
2022, last year?
no, before that in Buffalo, New York.
2021?
Is it Buffalo every year?
I don't fucking know.
Okay, well maybe it's every year, but we definitely did this back in like 2016, 2015. It was like, I mean, internet was still obviously a thing, but people weren't just like pulling out their smartphones and double checking us. So we found out the draft was going on that year. So I brought a Caps shirt to wear underneath my suit. I'm wearing, check out the suit, Dookie. It's a really nice, crispy white suit. Clay's wearing like a red suit. He's like, hey, I'm going to be your manager. Because he's, you think I can talk? This man can talk. He's fucking velvety chocolate. And he's like, I'm going to be your manager. You're going to play. We looked up who got drafted by the Caps. It was some French guy, you know, guy who never really panned out for the team. He's like, can you do a French accent? I was like, Jacques Lebu, little kitty, why don't you come here so I can kiss you on some mouths? You know, that's Pepe Le Pew.
It does
That's
sound very Pepe Le Pew.
that's literally Pepe Le Pew. That was it. I could only like I called every girl a skunk. You know, that's what the night was. But after the wedding, we were having a great time walking around, and we hit maybe 4 or 5 bars because Buffalo goes till 6, because it's New York, so they go to 6 every single day. Our flight 8:30, and we didn't have a place to stay, so we're just like, oh, we're just going to go all night. That's what we're going to do. We're taking this all the way to its fruition. And we hit 4 or 5 bars on Chippewa Street. If you're ever in Buffalo, Bargoyles tip of the day.
Chippewa Street?
Chippewa Street. Oh, man.
Is that like where all the bars are?
That's where all the bars are at, yeah.
Like 6th Street in Austin. Chippewa Street is the place.
Chippewa Street, yes. Yeah, it's a bunch of Iroquois Nation is up there. So they got to, yeah. And just everybody, I just got drafted to the Capitals. I'm going to play. And then I memorized the name. I was like, Jacques Lebu. And they're like, oh, it doesn't really, it doesn't matter what they look like. The camera adds 15 pounds. It is okay. And every bar, I'm just like, number 1, Capitals. They're like, no, Sabres. I was like, oh, Sabre? They're like, no, Sabres. Oh, Sabre. It's a good team. It's no good. It's no good. All fucking night. So I did that same play. Didn't have a trophy. The trophy's tough because
trophy's key though.
It's a prop. Yeah, it's a prop.
It's good. Yeah. Props they help.
Yeah, they do help. But my play still did work out. Shout out. Yeah. It was great. we loved you. We loved you. That was a great move. That was one of the Bargoyles plays of the week, I guess. So cheers on that one. Fucking A, amazing. How do we feel about the drinks?
I think they're good, actually.
Yeah, it's actually not bad.
I'm a vodka guy, but they're pretty tasty. My wife did a wonderful job. Thank you.
Amazeballs. Never been a Manhattan fan.
I feel classy as fuck. Like I could pick up a milk with this
Classy
drink.
AF right now.
Thank you for not using curse words. I appreciate that. Ricky doesn't take direction well. Also.
I mean, I've heard the stuff running out of his mouth for.
Oh, yeah.
It's
That
nonstop.
putrid pile of garbage.
It's I don't know if he's a.
He has, like,
I don't know if he's
verbal-
a truck driver or a longshoreman. It's just.
I mean, genetically, where do you think I got it from?
It's verbal diarrhea.
Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby. All right?
Well, who did I get it from?
That's his last name, Bobby? Okay.
No, listen.
Okay.
No disrespect to your mother. honestly, all right. She curses way more than I do.
Okay.
Does she though?
Does she though?
Or is it
I've
just
seen
you
you
were giving her? Were you just giving her reasons?
It's no.
Okay,
It's
just
a
making
whole,
sure.
It's a whole different story when I drive. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I'm an angry. I have road rage. I live in LA. It's horrible.
Oh yeah.
It's horrible here.
Ricky was talking about driving, going around on bicycles and shooting at people, and I had to correct him. You know why?
Why?
He said you go around on motorcycles just shooting at people.
No, because you said last
Look
night
at
when you were like, we're gonna go take the razor out, we're gonna go shooting shit, and you're like, I'm gonna hold my gun sideways like a gangster, and I held my right hand out, and he was like, no, because you still gotta with your right hand.
If you're on the motorcycle.
First of all, was I drinking when I had this conversation?
I was correcting Ricky. I wasn't correcting you at all. I was correcting what Ricky was doing.
It was the ride
Yeah.
back from your buddy's house.
Oh yeah, I was 3 sheets. You can't listen to anything.
Three sheets to the
Anything that
wind.
comes out of my mouth at that point is pure nonsense. All right, it's pure nonsense. All right.
Okay. No, I like the story. I just didn't like that Ricky was like, yeah, well, he's gonna be on the motorcycle. I was like, hold on.
I will say-
left hand, man.
That was the razor.
Left
it was
hand.
a razor. It was a razor.
I will say that
Is razor not a
props
motorcycle?
do work though. Like if you are gonna fucking tell a lie in a bar, you need props. Like I had a buddy in college once. He pretended he was fucking handicapped, and he stole a wheelchair from the fucking college hospital. And he took that out and pretended like.
How close was this to the movie Ringer coming out with Johnny Knoxville?
I mean, it does sound like we're
when did the
borderline,
movie come
like-
out?
I don't know. Let's send it to the producer.
So they had an ace bandage that
Yeah.
they like. It was like such a bullshit wrap around his leg too. Like it was so obvious.
was it just wrapped
fake,
and
but,
down,
like,
or did it have like the
but you
leg
gotta
up
think,
thing?
like some drunk girls see
Wait,
that
did
shit.
Did he go full retard, or was he just pretending like halfway?
He didn't go retard. He went.
Well,
like,
he went full
I mean,
handicap.
But I mean, like full
Full
handicap,
handicap.
or was he like injured?
Also, he was
injured.
quoting a
He
movie
went
there.
injured.
He didn't. He doesn't use these words. He was quoting a movie.
I don't use his words.
Yeah.
I was.
He's not that retarded.
Tropic Thunder.
right.
Volsea. Oh, sorry.
It's a great movie. It's a great fucking movie.
Yes.
I'm a dude playing another dude. Disguised as another dude.
Playing the dude.
It's the last time we're ever going to see blackface. You know that, right? It's the last time.
I know.
That's not true. Look at Andrew Schultz.
I know. He
Look how cool blackface is on a helicopter. Talking about the Navy SEAls.
Oh, yeah.
Look how cool blackface is on a
I mean, I'll be honest,
raft.
those Navy SEAL commercials, I mean, it makes me
They get you
want-
going.
It makes you want to wear blackface. It really does.
Yeah.
Even though it's wildly inappropriate, still.
Well, I mean, you would be doing. Oh, this is so bad. But I mean, you would. I mean, if you're going to be wearing blackface and you're a Navy SEAL, you are going to be out committing international crime. So blackface is appropriate, right?
I really
That's
feel
so
like
bad.
it is.
I'm so fucking.
know.
Hey, stop blaming Ricky for this, guys.
I know.
Stop blaming Ricky. All right, I'm sorry, Ricky. So he had a wheelchair, right?
Yeah, so he had a wheelchair. He had a full.
I should have said, did he go full disabled, not full,
So-
not full R word?
So he did.
There you
So
go.
he didn't go. He didn't go full retard, but he did have some bullshit ace bandage wrapped around his leg. Like it was very obvious it wasn't real. Like there was like gaps to where like his skin was poking out, and he was like, "Oh, I broke my leg."
Was
in,
it
like,
one of the
s-
wheelchairs where your
like
legs
a
up?
motocross accident or something? Like he tried to make it
So it
seem
wasn't
like
even a
badass.
cast.
I was
It
competing
like
in
an
X
ace
Games.
bandage.
Oh yeah, it was bad.
yeah,
and then
that's-
somehow we went out that night, and he got like I wasn't like with him directly. He was just like on my dorm floor. We pregame together, and I just saw him at a bunch of bars, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, like." I watched him get free fucking drinks. I saw women like, "Oh my god, what happened? Are you okay?" Like, and I'm like, "How fucking drunk are you?" Like, granted, I saw him rap that shit, but it looks terrible. Like, is it you just need a little half-ass prop and then you're fucking Gucci? Like,
And you're Gucci.
like is that all it takes? So I will say, speaking of lying, I had a tattoo. I have a Washington Nationals tattoo on my calf.
You
You want to talk about props?
The Walgreens tattoo?
So
Hey, those are national champions, all right?
so they would be like
2019. 2019.
oh, that's like 4 years ago.
Okay, so when's the
When
last
was the
time
last time
your
the
Los
Dodgers won?
Angeles Angels won anything?
Dodgers, baby.
Oh, you guys are Dodgers? Okay, cool.
Dodgers fan, man.
Oh, look at his neck, bro.
Yeah, bro, I got fucking LA.
Oh, okay. See, I thought that was
he's-
just.
he's
I
legit.
thought that
So-
was another one of those G word things.
So, anyways, down
I'm
in
not
the
an actual gangster. I just,
Yeah.
you know.
So down
Okay,
in the
I get
South,
you.
they don't watch professional sports, and so they'd be like,
Professional sports in the South play on Saturday. Roll
yeah,
Tide.
yeah, they don't watch sports on any other day.
Sunday's the Lord's Day.
There you go. Yeah.
So they'd be like, "Why do you have a Walgreens tattoo on your leg?" And
tell people?
like I'd be fucking drunk, and I'd be talking to girls. I'd be like, "Oh yeah, well my great great grandfather Walter Walgreen, which I don't even think that's the fucking founder's name. I was just bullshitting
just-
off
you
the
just
top
made
of my
that
head.
shit
Yeah, oh
up?
yeah. I'd be like, "Yeah, you know,
it's a
he
believable
just-
name, though.
You know,
Alliteration always works.
Walgreens.
I was just like, you know, I was just like, you know, my parents, they kind of pressured me into college. Obviously, I don't need it. I could just join the family business, but you know, it looks better to have some business acumen, you know, a little business degree, whatever. And I would start bullshitting, and girls would be like, "Oh shit, you're
wanna
from
earn the
money? Like,
company."
what's up? Like, damn." They'd be all
They-
fucking
they
over
thought
me.
you were, like, part of the
Meanwhile,
Walmart
I was
family.
broke as fuck. Like, I couldn't even afford my drinks that night. The only reason I could afford my drinks was I was a 21-year-old freshman, and people would be like, "Oh, can you buy me drinks?" I'm like, "Can you buy me fucking drinks?"
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how the fucking dynamic would work.
There you go. That's smart.
When I was 21, we used to go to bars and we would wait till people would go dancing and they'd set their drinks down, and then me and my friend
Good button use. Good button use.
would go around and drink people's drinks while they were dancing.
Garbage.
And set them down.
Garbage.
Oh, we did this all the time. It was a foolproof move. I could get drunk for nearly nothing going out to bars, like at people's expense. I mean, I don't recommend you do this today, but this was like 20 plus years ago.
I
but
think,
it
Ricky,
worked.
we can just end the show there. We don't have to do the last segment here. We don't need to figure out whether he's a bar enemy. He is not a bar friend. Yeah, that is.
I'm definitely a bar friend. I wasn't an enemy
Yeah.
of the bar. I was.
Oh, we'll figure this out later. You can't defend
I
yourself
was-
now.
I mean,
I'm just,
this is a good
you're
segue, though.
setting it up,
I mean,
but yeah, we're going into it right now.
maybe an
Yeah.
enemy of the bar patrons. Not
Okay.
The bar itself.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because I drank their drinks and then they bought more drinks.
Yes.
See, I was helping the bar.
You're facilitating a sale.
I was facilitating. That's a
You're
good
forcing their hand.
Because you weren't buying the drinks.
but I was facilitating the sales.
There you go. All right.
So-
Yeah. No, way
Okay.
to twist it. Way to twist. Okay. I guess then, we might as well just go into that segment anyways. Looks like we got another two-parter here, but mind you, this second part is long. I am sorry about that. Asked a lot of questions. Father-son time. You know how it is.